الميزان وأنزل من السماء ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وكذلك تنشرون. وهو الأول وهو الآخر وهو الظاهر وهو الباطن وهو على كل شيء قدير وهو السميع البصير وإليه المصير. وأشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا ونبينا وشفيعنا ومثلنا وقائدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين أرسله الله بشيرا ونذيرا وهاديا إلى صراطه وسراجا منيرا، فلقد أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل ربه حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. فاللهم اجزه عنا وعن والدينا عن أمة المسلمين خير ما جزيت به نبيا عن أمته ورسولا عن قومه، ووردنا حوضه واشربنا من يده الكريمة الشريفة شربة لا نظمأ بعدها أبدا، وادخلنا مدخلا كما آمنا به ولم نرى. اللهم آمين اللهم آمين اللهم آمين اللهم آمين. Dear brothers and sisters, يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في سورة الرعد chapter the thunder: إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, indeed, surely, verily, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to change the status, the condition, the environment, or anything about any nation, any person, unless they themselves, or he or she themselves, want to change it. I'm sure many of you don't live in this place. Do you live in this hall here? You don't. But because you wanted to come, you put your clothes on, either you drove or you walked and came over here. I'm sure you didn't want to go to the next door college next to your house. You wanted to come to UIC. So you got better grades and you came over here. And I'm sure some of you want to have master's degrees and PhDs, and they're not going to be sitting home and making dua, Ya Rab, and make me get into master's degree, Ya Rab, Ya Rab, Ya Rab, let me finish my master's degree. And they don't go to school, and they don't read books, and they don't buy books, and they don't attend classes. It doesn't work this way, does it? Does it? So how come when it comes to the most important thing, which is to go to Jannah, we don't spend the effort and we don't change ourselves? How come we keep complaining about that we are not united and we do nothing about it? You know, one of the things that bugs my mind is the Muslims, not at large, but those who come to Jum'ah prayer. Everywhere it doesn't fail. They come to Jum'ah prayer because they are Muslims. They took the effort to come to Jum'ah prayer. And we are in a non-Muslim country, so this means they took time from whatever, studies, business, or whatever, and they came to pray Jum'ah prayer. And then they walk as if they don't know nobody around them. They walk with a gloomy face. They walk looking the other side. They have 100 million things on their mind. The last thing that they have in their mind is to get to know each other. They have no clue that if you smile, you look better. They have no clue that the Rasul ﷺ said, smiling in the face of your brother is what? Of course, you smile in the face of your sister, but you don't smile in the face of your brother, and vice versa, right? And when do you smile in your father's face or your mother's face? Only when you want something from them. Then you smile and they can see your teeth, they can see your sinuses, they can see your tonsils, and maybe they can see your stomach through your mouth. But if they ask you to do something, constipated face. Isn't it that what happens? Do we really smile to each other? Do we really care to shake hands with each other? Because the Rasul ﷺ told us, if you shake hands with your brother or your sister, I'm talking about the brother shaking hands with the brother and the sister shaking hands with the sister, then your sins will fall off. Of course, we are all sinless, right? We're perfect. We don't have any sins. We don't want to get rid of our sins because we didn't have it in the first place. If we want something, we have to work for it. And the more important the thing that we want, the harder we work. But you know something? When you And when we want to go to Jannah and work for it, guess what's going to happen? God is going to help us to get there. The same thing, if you want to be somebody successful, if you want to get a degree that you can be important, and you're going to be with money or status or whatever, so people can listen to you for Allah, so you can pass this message to everybody, guess what? Allah will help you. And will put barakah in everything that you do. Will put barakah in your time. Will put barakah in your money. Will you put barakah in everything around you. But the thing is, if we want to do it our way, the hard way, the solo way, then yeah, we will get what we want. But do we really get what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants? Do we really get the highest level? Now everybody is waiting for the others to change so they can change. Let me ask you and ask yourself a question. In the worst of times, under the worst of occupation, not the worst of dictatorship, in any Muslim country, did anybody prevented the Muslims from being honest? From saying salam to each other? From shaking hands with each other? From worrying about their neighbors? From being nice to their parents? Being kind to the elders? Being respectable of others? Everybody wants to be a mu'min. But for us, being a mu'min means what? To show off that we are a mu'min, we have a beard that it's either go to my navel or go to my toes. This is how I show my iman. But you know how Rasul ﷺ tells us how to show your iman? He said that iman is so many levels. The lowest and the least of it is what? Is what? Anybody knows? Is to clear dirt or harmful thing in the street off. So nobody will get into it or nobody will get hurt because of it. You see our deen? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described Rasul's mission, he said, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you except to be mercy to mankind. Yeah, you can pray as much as you want, you can have as long beard as you want, you can have as covered from top to toes and even your eyes and legs and even everything. But at the end of the day, if I'm not going to be pleasant with each other, if I'm not going to worry about each other, if I'm not going to support each other, and I'm talking about each other means human race at large. And Muslims have more responsibility to do that than anybody else. How many of us wake up in the morning, look for his mother or his father to say, Assalamu alaikum, and tell him that they love them? How many? Yeah, I'm going to look for hands. Oh, he's just scratching his ear. No hands, nobody. Nobody? You don't look for your parents? The other day I was talking to men, a bunch of men, and I asked them, what is the thing that you say after you have a nice meal that your wife cooked for you? Guess what they said? Where is the tea? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Because that person didn't hear his father say, Jazakallah khair, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Oh, you already cooked, you sit down, we will clear the table. We will wash the dishes. We will take care of it. You just relax. I'll do the tea for you. How many of us, after we ate, said, Jazakallah khair to mom? Stood up and gave her a hug and a kiss. How many? You do? Because you want another meal, right? Because he's always hungry. Good investment. It's a good investment. It's a good investment. And you know why it's happening? Because our parents were not good kids. Because what goes around comes around. Because before I ask myself why my kids are behaving this way, I should ask myself, why didn't I behave better with my parents? And if my parents are alive, I'll go and ask their forgiveness. If my parents are alive, I'll go and ask their approval. I'll go and ask, make sure that they are happy with me, they approve me, whatever I did, they forgave me. And if they are dead, then I have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them. Because what goes around comes around. And that's for sure is going to happen. You see this pipe people, there was a man, every time his horse misbehaved, what would you do? You beat up the horse? No. You think, what did I do wrong that made my horse misbehave? The thing of it is, you think you are sons and daughters today, but tomorrow, and tomorrow is coming around the corner, you're going to be fathers and mothers. I just saw a brother walking with his baby, and before you know, that baby is going to be in college, and the cycle is going to keep going. And the same thing, we keep saying, the non-Muslims attack Muslims. Islamophobia, they hate us, they kill us, they destroy us. And you know why? Because they are ignorant. They don't know. They don't know that we are all human beings. They don't know that we are all from Adam and Eve. They don't know that for their best interest is to be nice to everybody. Because you know why? Because tomorrow is going to be another superpower. And they can take over as well. So if that's because I'm a superpower, I'm going to go and bombard everybody. Because I'm a superpower, I go and take everybody's oil. Because I'm a superpower, I interfere in everybody's business. Because there will be another superpower. And the same thing. If people are not nice to me, then I will be not nice to them, then what's going to happen? What's going to happen? There's going to be a vicious cycle. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I'm not going to change you till you change yourself. I'm not going to change anybody till they want to change themselves. So here's what we want to do, is to ask ourselves, am I really perfect to the point I can criticize everybody? Am I the one need to change or others will change? And let me give you the answer. The answer is, you cannot change anybody but yourself. I cannot change anybody but myself. Can somebody get up and help the brother?
No, I'm good.
You're okay?
Good.
Okay. Basketball, right? Soccer. The only one I can change is myself. But by changing myself, I can change the world. By changing myself, I can impact the world. But I have to change. And I have to be better every day. I have to be better today than I was yesterday. Now one will say, what do you mean? You mean I have to get A plus because I'm getting an A? No. Not only just to get A plus because you're getting an A. In every avenue of life. In every avenue of life. We are getting a degree, which means for us to do the real job. And the real job is to what? To please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The real job is to follow the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The real job is to make sure that every human being and every animal on this planet has food, is secure, and has future. This is our job. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created Adam, what did He tell the angels? قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. I'm going to make a Khalifa on this earth. And who's the Khalifa? You, everyone here, and me too. Nobody else. Rasul sallallahu died and he's not coming back till the day of judgment. All the Sahaba Kiram died and they are not coming back till the day of judgment. And guess what? What we're going to do? Are we going to do the same thing over and over again, that we're going to get hire an imam and stand behind him and he will pray and we'll just think about anything while he's praying? He's going to give the khutbah and we're just going to watch. He's the only one who's going to read the Quran and we're going to make just dua. Ya Rab, Ya Rab, Ya Rab. Somebody dies, we make dua. When I want to finish, get past the exam, I said make dua. When I'm stuck in the snow with flat tire and my phone is dead, then I make dua. When I need money or I need a job, I make dua, and that's it. But what have we done to God? What have we provided for humanity? What have we put in our account with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How much did we invest in the hereafter? Or even the here, not the hereafter? But you know, the beauty of dealing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that when we work for Him, He gives us credit for everything that we do. For example, Do you guys get credit for watching TV? Do you get credit for playing Nintendo? Do you get credit for texting? If you do any of the above for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you get credit for it. Do you get credit for sleeping? Do you get credit for eating? Do you get credit for going to the bathroom? With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you get credit for every and any and all of the above. Why? Because I'm going to dedicate my life to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to college because I want to be important, I want to be eloquent, I want to be impressive to the point that people around me will say, wow, who is he or who is she? Oh, Muslims, oh my God, I want to be a Muslim, I want to be a Muslim. How many people you heard about became Muslims because they ran into a good Muslim or Muslim? Because the shaitan will come to you and say, well, you are not hafiz, you don't memorize the Quran, you are not a sheikh, you are not a mullah, you are not a mufti, but you are a human being. And when the Rasul summarized and encapsulated Islam, he said, ad-din al-mu'amala. Our deen is how to deal with each other. But if we cannot even smile in the masjid, if we cannot even shake hands with each other, if we pass by each other and don't bother to say salam, do you think we're going to impact anybody? Yeah, we're going to impact everybody. He said, those stiff, constipated Muslims, they're just like this. Let's try to smile in each other's face. Can we turn around right and left and back and forth and smile? I have a hard time because I have a broken tooth here. But if you want to see it, here it is. Can you turn around, smile at each other? No, don't smile at me, smile at them. Shake hands with each other. Shake hands with each other. You didn't break your leg, your arm. You break your leg, so you can use your arm. Shake hands with each other. Shake hands with each other. Just smile at each other's face. Smile. You know, you have a hard time smiling, right? You have a tough day. Yeah, you. Why? You know why? Because we don't practice smiling. You know, many stores, they have a greeter at the door. Isn't it nice when somebody walk in a store and said, good morning, how are you? Can I help you? Or you walk in the store and say, what do you want? No. Can you imagine? You walk away from the store. And that's exactly what's happening. People are walking away from Islamic store. Because they see Muslims don't even shake hands with each other. They see Muslims, they don't even worry about each other. I can ask these questions everywhere I go. Do you know that there is people on campus, Muslim people on campus, who are doing something wrong? Have we tried to help them? Or we just backbite them all the time? You know, this guy, he's on drugs. Oh, I know this couple, they're going now. I don't know what he does. But you see, here is the one who understands the deen. A man comes to Umar ibn Khattab, and he tells him, my neighbor is alcoholic. He said, what do you want me to do? He said, punish him. Isn't that what we all? Punish him. My brother broke the glass. I didn't break it. And you broke it, and you blame it in your brother. And you know he didn't break it. What do you want? Oh, you have to punish him. No, he said, what happened if your brother is falling off a cliff and is going to break his neck? What are you going to do? He said, I'm going to reach out to him. I'll try to save him. He said, that's exactly what's happening to your brother. He may be on drugs. He may be ditching school. He may be dating. He may be, but he's breaking his neck. Go and save him. Go and be his friend. Be and smile at his face. Be and be nice to him. Go and tutor him. Go and be a friend of him. But do we really think this way? One time I was talking to somebody in high school, and that Muslim guy, there is another non-Muslim, and they both are competing for being the valedictorian of the school. And so after I talked with the Muslim, he said that the other guy, the non-Muslim, is alcoholic. I said, why don't you help him to get... Oh, no, let him be alcoholic. I want to be the valedictorian. You see our even attitude? Can you imagine? Did he think about, if I will save him, he may be a Muslim, And I, as our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us, and Allah told us, that I can have everything in this world under my command. And I can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for anything for that. But we are short-sighted. We're learning from somebody who is short-sighted, and the others are short-sighted. We look like the millionth copy of a copy. You know when you take an original, make a copy, then take the copy and make a copy from it. By the time you come to the 100th copy, it's faded. And that's what we are. But you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, regardless how faded you are, what you have to do, come back to me, I'll change you. But you have to want to change. And if you want to change, I'll change you. And regardless what you did, I'll forgive you. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا الله إن الله يحب المستغفرين ويحب التوابين ويحب المطهرين. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. It's a very easy to work with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All we have to do is just make the first step. As he said in the Hadith Qudsi, if you make one step toward me, I'll run toward you. If you come one hand length, I'll come an arm length. And if you come an arm length, I'm going to come 2 arm lengths. And if you walk toward me, I'm going to run toward you. What do we need more than that? And he said, if you've done every sin in the world and ask for forgiveness, I'll forgive you and I don't care. And if you ask me, I'll give you what you want. And if you thank me, I'll give you more. What do we need more than that? You know, Islam, the Quran, and the Sunnah, I call them Jannah for dummies. Wallah, it's Jannah for dummies. Any dummy, if he or she wants to go to Jannah, it's the easiest way. Take the first step, I'll take you with me. What else we want? Even when you pray Jama'ah, and people don't want to pray Jama'ah, because they want to take the time to pray Jama'ah. You know what you do in the Jama'ah? All you say, Allahu Akbar. That's all you say. I mean, you don't say anything, you don't do anything, you don't even recite any Quran. You don't have to recite any Quran. Or if you have, because you can just say the Fatiha, and you can get away with it. Isn't it? Jannah for dummies. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us Jannah. And let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us smarter than dummies, so we can see the right path and follow it. And we see Jannah so we can work hard for it. And we see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and make him to be our example and our role model. And to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's might so we love him and fear him. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide us with a good companionship. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us in every direction, every way, and everything we do. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our parents and their parents. And let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help our brothers in Libya and Iraq and Afghanistan and everywhere around the world. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open the eyes and the ears and the hearts of all the leaders of the world, especially those of the United States, so they can see the beauty of Islam. And they can taste the sweetness of Islam, so they can bring peace and prosperity to all the world. Let's ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us always to pray for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, Inna Allah wa malaikatu yusalluna ala nabi. يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه يزدكم ولذكر الله أعلى وأجل وأقم الصلاة.
If you can have everyone just move forward and fill up all the gaps, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على